Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Monday, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. I bring New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand, and I'm just wondering, remember when Brad Pitt claimed to suffer from a condition called face blindness, where he couldn't recognize people because he couldn't see their face. I can't quite remember exactly how it worked, but it was basically an excuse for being terrible at remembering people's names. I think that's what it was. And it turned out to be a thing. Excuse me. I'm allergic to talking about Brad Pitt. That's what's going on there. Anyway, I'm just wondering, is there a similar affliction with the New Zealand electorate at large when it comes to... what's the name of that party? The one that isn't national, and it's not the Greens, and it's not New Zealand First, and it's not the Opportunities Party. It's not the Maori Party. See, I can't, because whichever one that is, it's polling worse than ever. I feel like they used to be the opposition party. It'll come to me. The guy who runs it, his name is... I feel like it starts with the same letter, but I can't even remember. Geez, that's going to annoy me. Anyway, I see we've got concept designs for a new look cathedral square in Christchurch to be unveiled today. So some of the suggestions I am wondering whether they will go with include hexagon, triangle, possibly. Is a seven-sided... Is that a septagon? I'm not sure about that. That seems a bit dodgy. You can't have a pentagon because that's a bit Washington-y, isn't it? A pentagon. It'd be great if they could do something three-dimensional. I've always been a fan of dodecahedrons. Did I rush too quickly into that joke? Did you miss what I was talking about? The Christchurch Cathedral Square? Alright. Labour Party! Just came to me. Now, New Zealand authors, it's time to lift your game. Apparently, only 4 books in this year's Whitcoul's Top 100 list are by New Zealand authors. And that's only if you include the Edmonds Cookbook, which is in 67th place. The most popular New Zealand book is Eleanor Catton's The Luminaries, which came out quite a while back now. That's still selling okay. It's in 30th place. That's the best we can do. Of course, you got your J.K. Rowling up in there, and Lee Child. He always does well. And I just can't help thinking if New Zealand authors need to do a bit more wizard slash... loner, gets into fights, shoots at people, car chases, that sort of thing. I always say you can't go wrong with some car chases, some explosions, some aliens, and some spaceships. And you can apply that to books, movies, just general life. That's what I look for. And so that's my advice for New Zealand authors. And because we don't want the history of Massey University unless there's car chases and explosions and aliens in there. Maybe there is. I couldn't get through the whole thing, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. So that's my advice for authors. I got a bit of advice for Wellington in general as well. The Nio Gorge is... It's suffering a bit of Manawatu Gorge syndrome. I'm just wondering if we've really made the right move in cutting these roads through gorges. It seems to be backfiring on us a little bit. But anyway, the slip caused all sorts of trouble there. Hasn't caused too much trouble over the weekend, but now that everybody's back to work in Wellington, there's going to be traffic chaos. Luckily, in Wellington, they have a train system, so you can take the train. Unluckily, there's scheduled line maintenance today. And so, but my advice there is, perhaps because see what they were saying is we've got the scheduled train maintenance, so all the train passengers are going to be put onto buses. Trouble is, then the buses will get to the Niagara Gorge and they won't be able to get through. I'm just thinking, a crazy idea. I know. Just bear with me for a moment. What if we just delayed that line maintenance for a bit, so the trains could continue to run, thereby not putting the people onto the buses and not causing quite as much traffic chaos? Just a crazy idea. Just think about it. I am Glenn ZB. That was Glenn ZB TV. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset in all 3 dimensions. I will see you back here again tomorrow for more. Unless I have to go through a gorge to get here, in which case I probably won't.